What's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, just shooting a little bit. All right, it is September 26th. This is pretty much 1 year ago. I killed Elvis on September 28th. Anyway, hoping that we can kind of duplicate that. It is gonna be around high 70s, low 80s today. So I looked at my camera. It looked like I had a light on the front of it that was kind of, the deer could see it pretty much. It was in the front of the camera. I had never seen it before. I noticed it, got that cut off. Maybe that's why those deer, the last 2 times I hunted, were kind of coming in a little bit spooked. So anyway, this whole week we've had bucks out. Same story, 10, 15, 20 minutes of shooting light lip. Curly's been out pretty much every evening. The East Side 9 has been out. Hadn't really got any pictures of Lucky in daylight really, but dude, even after we were able to see him last Saturday, he's been out a few times this week in daylight. So bottom line is everything is right. For once this has been the most perfect win we've had all year so far. This is our 4th hunt. We've got a lot of different places we could be going, man, but we're gonna keep going here right now because this is, you know, it's not like I'm hunting one deer. I'm hunting one spot really heavy, but it's not like it's one deer or bust for me. I've got 4 different bucks that I'd shoot coming in right here, and I'd love it if any of them showed up tonight. Well, I'm having SD card issues, so I'm having to use my phone right now. But anyway, we're walking in. I'll see if we can get the GoPro running when we get in the block. All right, well, gonna get you caught up on what happened this past weekend. We went hunting Saturday evening, had some trouble with the GoPro. It actually went dead doing an interview in the truck on the way. So did not have it for the hunt. We were able to film with the big camera. We had a doe and a yearling come in about 6:30, which was early for what we had been seeing them. Thought that might be a sign of good things to come, but it wasn't until 7:40 that we were able to see anything else. We had 2 young bucks come out, and then Curly was the 3rd buck that came out, and he was just at about 50, 60 yards in really low light. He finally came in to feed. About 10 minutes later, I couldn't even make out my pin on my bow, so I wasn't able to get a shot. All right, well, it is time for another hunt story. And I've kind of gone back and forth on the order I was going to go. So I think I'm just going to go in order, like in the actual order of when I killed them. So the next story is going to be from Texas. So I'll give you a little background information. My daddy's first cousins have a ranch in Texas. It is called the Jones Alto Colorado Ranch. It literally butts right up to the Walton family, the Walmart people. Here, let me just kind of want you to put yourself in my shoes here. Literally just killed my first buck December the 12th. This guy right here that you've seen in the previous story. Okay, so now I'm gonna go sit in a ranch where I might see 100 deer on one sit, literally. We're leaving the day after Christmas, which that is the Texas rut. So we drive out there. The first morning I'm sitting there, and we're sitting on what they call senderos, which are the roads there. They're basically just a bunch of dirt roads. So I'm sitting there, and I have a really nice 8-pointer walk by, or walk straight towards me. And it took everything I had not to shoot within the first 20 minutes I've been sitting there. But you know, we had seen some trail camera pictures of some really nice deer. Anyway, the first morning my daddy killed a buck, and they told him that it was a cull buck, and so he needed to hunt again. So the second morning, and I remember watching a really nice, what I was thinking is a really nice 9-pointer. And I watched him for like an hour and a half. He won't come in. Well, eventually he starts walking in, and what I don't know at the time is that he's looking at another buck. Now this buck is he's like a 6x5 with some trash and some extra points. And he comes walking in, and my heart's about to bust out of my chest because these two bucks are locking up. Now, one of them came in limping, and it's probably because they had been fighting. It's these two guys right here. You got this guy. He's the one, you see this side right here, he's got 6 on one side. And that's what I saw coming at me, coming by me there. And then this 9-pointer right here is the one I watched all morning. Now I know that these are not giant bucks, but remember, I literally just killed my first buck about 2 weeks before this. So they come in, and I shoot the 6x5. I shoot him first. Made a perfect shot. He jumped about 5 feet in the air and took off running. Now, this is where it got interesting. Now, I know we're only supposed to kill one buck. What they had said, if you see any deer that are injured or something, you just go ahead and shoot them too, because we got 3 buck tags in this zone in Texas. So anyway, the 9-pointer takes about 2 steps. He's limping, and he looks back at me, and I just couldn't help it. I shot him too, and they literally ran and fell over and died right beside each other. They had been fighting, 2 minutes ago, and now they were laying dead beside each other. Walk up to them, look at them, super excited. The same morning, my daddy's brother, who's since passed away, he killed a really nice 10-pointer as well. Anyway, it was a great trip. Everybody's having a great time. I love the lodge life. I've never really done that before, sitting around the lodge in between hunts and with a bunch of family members. It's great. Anyway, so my daddy's other brother, he killed a 6x5 deer the next morning. So morning number 3. The second evening I went out, I was going to hunt a coyote. I wound up shooting a javelina. And then from about 250 yards, first and only time I ever killed a javelina. Here it is right here too, by the way. So anyway, we're supposed to leave the next morning. We decide that everybody's killed. There's been 5 bucks killed already, and they tell my daddy, hey, go back one more time, give it one more shot the next morning. I'm sitting there, and I remember looking, and I could not believe the size of the deer that I see going into some brush. It reminds me a lot of my childhood when my daddy's coaching me on when to get my gun up and when not to. It kind of, the roles reverse, because he's ready to get his gun up. I tell him when. He gets his gun up, the buck puts his head back down. As soon as he does, daddy makes a perfect shot. He drops. We have a great moment. A huge high five. About knocked him out of his chair. And it was just an awesome memory that I'm thankful that we're going to have. But that trip was great. I would love to get the chance to go back to Texas anytime. So I had a pretty great year in 2012. I killed my first buck right there, December the 12th. And then December the 28th, I killed those 2 guys right there. Those are my only 2 bucks that I've killed outside of Taylor County, Georgia. So anyway, hope y'all enjoyed this story. Can't wait to tell you the next one. Can't wait to get back hunting and see if we can have another story to tell.